The month of June is Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month, and we've got some sobering stats for you this morning. About 1 in 9 people, 1 in 9 age 65 and up, have dementia, and that number increases the older you get. More than 1 in 3 age 85 and up have dementia. 1 in 3, that's more than a third. But your story can have a happier ending if you're willing to change some of your habits. Haley's here, our health reporter, with some more on that. Hey.
Yeah, good morning, Owen. I mean, even as you're saying that, I'm realizing, wow, that really is a lot. Those are staggering statistics, and research is showing that 40 to 60% of dementia cases can actually be prevented. So joining me now is Mehrnaz Gill, the clinical training manager at Amazing Place. Tell me, what is Amazing Place, for anybody who doesn't know?
Okay, so Amazing Place, we're a faith-based nonprofit devoted to helping families with the challenges of dementia and Alzheimer's. And we do this in 3 ways. We have a day program, we have family caregiver support, and we have education.
Where are you located?
We're actually located inside the Loop on Richmond, off of Richmond on Drexel, and we're actually building a new facility out in Katy.
So I'm sure this is a topic that you're probably pretty passionate about, ways that people could actually prevent dementia. What are some of the ways that cases could actually be prevented? I'm sure people think it's pretty much out of their control for the most part, but...
They do. Well, Haley, we want people to think about their brain health just like they think about their heart health. Okay, so making behavior modification earlier can help prevent or maybe even delay the onset of dementia. So what we promote at Amazing Place are things like protective measures, like not smoking, healthy eating, managing your weight, managing some of those health issues like diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, staying socially engaged, staying mentally active. So all of those things are protective measures that we can, start a little bit earlier.
Yeah. When people think of dementia, they mostly think of seniors. At what age do people need to start implementing some of these things, though, in order to prevent dementia?
That's a great question. We do know that 20 years before you see actually the symptoms, the damage is already starting in your brain. So what research is showing us is when we're in our 40s and 50s, we should start making these lifestyle changes. But if you're a little bit older, it's not too late to still, try to do some of these things that are going to protect your brain.
Yeah, it's never too late to try anything, right?
Yes.
And speaking of all of these things, really there's something that's called the 6 pillars of health, right? There's physical activity, intellectual stimulation, sleep quality, stress. I think that we have this up that we can put up on the screen too. Social management, nutrition. Those are really what it breaks down to of what people should be focusing on to maintain good brain health.
Absolutely. I can point out some of those things. Everything you just listed, extremely important. Exercise, exercise protects our brain cells. It's good for our heart, it's good for our brain. And, doing it 3-4 times a week for about 30 minutes, that will do the trick. We need to exercise our brain by reading, learning a new language, picking up a new hobby. There are brain games that we can download and have it on our computer. We should be doing this every single day. And let me tell you, sleep at 7 to 8 hours a day.
Oh, and so many people think I don't need that much sleep.
Right. Well,
or I can't get that much sleep, right?
Well, think about your brain as your email account, and you need to clear out your inbox at night so that your short-term memory can move information into your long-term memory. And the way to do that is to get that adequate amount of sleep.
I liked that you mentioned the brain games too, though, because I'm also hearing that the more we rely on things like GPS, the less we're using our brain to navigate, and we're weakening those parts of our brain too.
Yes, and here I'll give you a tip. Driving to work, if you have a route that you go to, once a week, change up the route. That exercises your brain. If you wear your watch on,
I'm going to get stuck in traffic, and I'm going to remember you.
Yeah, but if you wear your watch on the lift, on your lift wrist, move it to your right.
Oh,
once a week. That's exercising your brain.
Yeah, because you have to think about it.
Right.
I like that. Those are awesome tips. Thank you so much, Mehrnaz Gill with the Amazing Place. We appreciate you coming in for a live interview.
Thank you.
This was
Thank you for
really
having
good
me.
tips.
Okay.
Very good.